just want to take a moment towards the parents talking about me and my friends and Jerry. I'm Steve's brother. Well, Steve, where do I begin? He's probably not going to actually believe this, but for as long as I can remember, I've looked up to my brother. As a kid, I hung wide-eyed on his every word. I thought he was really cool. I mean, really cool. Even when he was mimicking karate moves and dressed up like a Ninja Turtle, maybe especially when he was dressed up like a Ninja Turtle, I wanted to be cool like him. I'm sure he would have said the same thing about me at that time. To put it mildly, I was a little terror. If he and his friends were going off to explore on the creek, you can bet I was tagging along behind. If he was playing with a toy or a video game, I had to have it right then and there. If he was getting yelled at by our parents, there was a 90% chance that I either provoked him or was actually the guilty party. Something that never ceased to annoy him, but he always took it. Maybe it's an overstatement to say that I was always guilty. Sometimes he just liked to exploit how much larger than me he really was. Noogies, half Nelsons, full Nelsons, these were all in his arsenal. Quick punches in the arm, followed like, don't drop it, be a man. This was standard fare. I was mostly defenseless against this because I was small, but with great power and strength, I persevered through it. As we grew older, our relationship went the way of most brothers. He, being the cool older brother, wanted nothing to do with his little sibling, especially in high school. And while as a kid, he and his friends never exactly beat me up or threw me into lockers, they did intentionally send me the wrong way to every one of my first classes the first week of freshman year, causing me to show up reckless and sweaty to every class. A first impression I will never forget, so thank you for that, Sam. This never really seemed to bother me. I knew my big brother, and I still looked up to him. I mostly just wish that I had a little brother that I could harass as well. You know, Steve is fond of saying that he's a leader. That is to say, a leader of myself and my cousins here at this table. And I think he's onto something there. He certainly has had an impact on all of our lives, I can say that for sure. But probably not in the way that he'd like to claim to. Yes, Steve, you are a leader. You led by example, but by showing us basically what not to do. The chances are, and this is advice to you kids who are still in high school over here, that you want to not get caught by your parents. Do exactly the opposite of what Stevie did most of the time. For all of the cousins that can't speak today but have benefited from your unintentional wisdom, Steve, I want to say thank you for being our fearless leader. But for all of the turmoil and tumult of our formative years, it has been since we have both gone away to college that I feel I've come to know my brother for who he truly is. In the 8 years since you moved out of the house and finished college, you've grown and changed in ways I couldn't have expected. And most of that growth can be attributed to one thing, or more accurately, one person. As a nerd, I couldn't resist quoting Albert Einstein here, so please oblige me. Einstein once said, "A man truly starts to live when he can live outside of himself." I have no doubt in my mind, Steve, that this moment came for you when you met Jordyn. As anyone who knows the two of you can attest, the selfless and tireless love that the two of you show for each other is truly something remarkable. And it is for her and through her that you have begun to live outside of yourself. Jordyn, I just want to take a moment and tell you how ecstatic I am that you are my new sister. I couldn't imagine a better fit for my brother, for this family. And let me just say, I'm looking forward to my first nephew, who no doubt will be named Alex. But seriously, Jordyn, you bring out the best in Steve, and he and you, and I couldn't be happier for the two of you. And I know I'm not supposed to say this because of the Ohio side of the room, but you can stop pretending now you're a Berardino and show your Steve apart. Yeah! Itching to get up and dance over here. So, just all raise your glasses. To my brother and sister, may you share a long and happy marriage full of love and generosity, and may you always strive to make each other happy and to make each other better. To the Guardians, salute.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all of our toasters. You know, Bonnie, if you told me I was going to be surrounded by Steeler fans, I would have stayed in Cleveland today. Just kidding, guys. All right, I'd like to bring to the mic now Reverend